Hi, so today we are talking about trimming pads and feet. We will need our clippers using either a number 10 blade or a number 40 blade. The number 10 does the safest cut and the number 40 does a really short, precise cut. If you don't have clippers, you can probably use sharp scissors to trim some of the pad hair, but you do need to be careful and try not to go super close to the pads. If you don't have any hair cutting scissors, you could use fabric scissors. They'll work well, and using them on clean hair will not dull them. You may also be looking to trim the hair around the feet, and again, you'll need the sharp scissors, and you'll also need a comb or a slicker brush. For best results, you always need to wash and dry the dog before doing any haircuts and give them a good brush out, making sure there are no tangles or mats. If the dog is matted, you're going to need to remove the mats before letting the dog's hair get wet. Okay, so I'm going to get Blueberry, we're going to get up on the table, and I'm going to trim her pads. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with trimming nails. So I'm going to lift the paw up and get it for you here. So I've got Trevor's beard trimmer here. So this will work just the same as a dog one, except it's nowhere near as powerful. So we've got hair here that we want to get rid of. If we have the foot open, there's flaps inside, which are dangerous, and we might cut those. So what we do is we kind of squeeze the foot closed. And you just need one hand for that. And I'm going to take the clippers, starting from the front hairs here, and move like this, going against the direction of the hair growth, and going towards the big pad right in the middle, making sure I'm not digging in, I'm just skimming across. So here we go. And I'm gonna go slowly. You can see the hair's already gone. And come around this side. This side. And there we go, we've got way less hair. I'm just gonna let the foot relax a little bit, and there's this little tuft here I'm gonna get. I'm still not digging in. I'm just skimming lightly across. Now I'm going over just because these aren't very good trimmers, so I've missed a few hairs. Now what you can do if you're feeling brave, but I would just start out doing it like this, is you can go around the outside a little. You don't want to rotate and be digging into the hair on the top. You're still just getting the stuff at the bottom, and you get all the stuff around the edge. And that'll just clean it up and make it look just a little bit neater. I like to get up the top hairs here, just what's overhanging towards the pad. I use my thumb to hold it in place. And there we go. I got lots of hair, gross. And there's the difference between the 2 feet. So although Blueberry doesn't have much foot hair, I can give you a good idea of what we're supposed to be doing. So for all dogs, the first thing we're going to do is brush the hair around the foot down to the ground. So we would take our slicker brush and brush downwards. I've never done that to her before because she doesn't have the hair. And then we're going to take scissors. They don't have to be curved. They can be straight. And we're just going to go around the foot, resting the bottom blade of the scissor on the ground. And we're just going to go around in a circle all the way around the foot. Trying to keep my arm out of the way for you. And we're just gonna trim that so that everything's off the ground. The rest will have already come off the ground when we shaved the pad. The next thing we're gonna do is pick the foot up if we can. If you can't, you're just gonna have to try to make do with it on the ground. And brush upwards. You can do this with a comb as well. And if dogs have lots of hair between the toes, you can use your finger to take the hair up. And for dogs who have hair, there'll be a nice big poof here. It'll be trimmed to here. This plane will be trimmed. And we're just going to trim in a circle around to round out the foot. And so we would just go like this, around, being careful not to get too close to the pad, but that should already be shaved, so we don't need to, and that's why this is safe. For dogs like Blueberry, we're going to get closer to the foot so we can get the hair in between the toes. We aren't splitting open the toes and trimming the hair actually in between because there are flaps of skin in there, and that's unsafe. All we're doing is lifting the hair up, I know, and then trimming it up. Some people will want to make it so that the nails can be seen, and you can just trim on top of the nails, and it's very safe. So the main thing that we're trying to do when we're trimming paws is to get the hair off of the ground and to round out the foot. So giving your dog a bath, brush out, and trimming their feet and pads will make a huge difference in how they look. And next time, I'm going to show you the basics of doing sanitary trims, and those are the only two things that I do when I'm doing a bath and tidy. So I hope everyone is doing really well. Thank you so much for watching, and stay safe.